other episodes of Encounters, we've always focused on the location itself. The subject matter we are about to explore is potentially dangerous. We strongly advise you do not mimic what you're about to see. A few weeks after my investigation upon Dartmoor, an associate of the Encounters crew made us aware of the possibility that a practicing Satanist may be willing to be interviewed for the purpose of this program. After numerous detailed negotiations and some strict demands, he was finally willing to meet under these unnerving conditions. Literally on our way there now to see if we can meet with him. He said he's willing to meet with us. He's kind of given us sketchy details about where to meet him. He's told us to go down some quite dark back industrial estate, and then he said to pull over at a certain location, and then he's going to call us. Hello? Is that Kane?
Yes.
Are you still happy for us to meet?
Can I speak to you first? How many people are there?
There's 5 of us in here.
I need to speak to you. Can you come over and see me? Just you?
Just me?
Yeah.
Okay. And all right. I'm going to hang up then, and I'll pop across. Sounds a bit dodgy to me. Well, if he's over there, we've got to try this, because this is the episode's all about Satanism, and he's an alleged Satanist. I'll go over. Keep rolling. Just want you to take us, obviously, to that location that we've been told about, where you've said that you've undertaken rituals. And you're still okay with this? You're fine?
You won't show me
What? I can see you've got your mask on.
Yeah.
I can see, yeah, you're all dressed up.
just to make sure that...
You'll remain anonymous.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know you as Kane. It's obviously not your real name. We won't reveal. We'll just call you Kane. Okay. He wants to remain anonymous, which is fine. He said give him a minute. He's still willing to do this. He's a bit sketched out. He's unsure about us, obviously, in the same way I'm a bit unsure about him. But he's going to come over in a minute and take us to this location that he claims that him and others have literally committed ritual acts in the name of Satan. As we arrived at the location, all of the crew were extremely on edge. This place was unlike any place we had filmed at before. The walls are covered floor to ceiling in satanic symbolism, and the dark tunnels oozing with dread. Kane, so this is the location where you yourself have performed a satanic ritual?
I'd say about 6 or 7 in total over the years.
You didn't just do this alone, I'm assuming there was others with you?
Normally anywhere between 6 and a dozen.
The other areas, I'm assuming, are just up this way. Do you want to lead the way? He's not all there, I'm a bit.
What the f***
What was that?
As we followed Kane deeper into this claustrophobic tunnel, all of the crew and myself are suddenly startled by a noise we all heard with our own ears. What sounds like a deep hiss, almost reminiscent of a bull, echoes around this cavernous space. It was also picked up faintly on our B camera audio. Listen closely to the enhanced version.
Sacrifices have been made here.
Animal sacrifices?
Yes.
What about human sacrifices? Have you been aware of any human sacrifices here?
I can't really discuss that.
You and your colleagues, you come here, you obviously sacrifice animals. For what reason? What is it you're hoping for?
Power.
So you're hoping that by sacrificing an animal and chanting an incantation, that you'll get power. How long have you been doing this?
Long time.
And have you come by power? Are you rich? You don't seem to me to be a rich man, a confident man, a man with power. So I'm questioning, is it working? Are these sacrifices working? Do the chanting work? Is it something that anyone could get involved with, or do you recommend that people don't? What's your take? Is it, what I'm worried about, is it like an addiction? So, everyone wants to give it a go, but then once you've tried it, you can't stop. And it gets to a point where you realise actually, you're not actually achieving anything, but it's that addiction, the hope that it will happen, the hope that you'll get power, the hope that you'll get money. And that's probably what's keeping you in the game. So is it fair to say that it's probably not wise to let new people do this?
I think people should do whatever they want.
I think we'll cut it there.
As the day draws on and I prepare for my investigation in this desolate place, 2 members of our crew escort Kane back to a drop-off point of his choice, and we bring Kevin in for his first walkthrough at the fort.
We're in this location. I was brought here by an alleged Satanist. Apparently he had performed rituals here with other colleagues quite regularly, including animal mutilation and sacrifice. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to walk you through, and I'd like to get your take on the location. Right, if we head down here, Kev, as you'll see, there's various phrases and things on the wall.
Yeah.
Mainly to do with Satanism. And a badly drawn pentagram at the end.
Yeah. Bit of a giveaway, that one, isn't it? I mean, that is obviously what it is.
This is one of the particular important areas to mention that was pointed out to us earlier by the man who wants to be known as Cain, the Satanist. This room with the sigil on the door.
Yeah, that sigil, I can tell you now, that is a sigil of Lucifer.
Right.
And I would say normally that's used by Satanists to conjure up demonics. I don't really know what to say, Jay. The room itself is just a horrendous feeling here. It just feels so oppressive. It's not a place I would normally affiliate with coming to. the various signals and symbols on the wall again. This one here, that's the Anton LaVey symbol.
Yep.
Anton LaVey created the Church of Satan in 1966. That's a signal there. A horrific room. I don't really want to stay in it, to be honest, guys. If they're going to come back later when you're here, that's my one main concern.
Since arriving here, Kevin has been very apprehensive about us filming at this location. During his walkthrough, he voiced some of his concerns with regards to the safety of the crew and what the possible intentions of Kane could be. However, what I was about to tell him next would stun him even more. Kev, as we've ventured further into this tunnel, how are you feeling?
Don't like it at all, I'll be honest with you. All the places we've been over the years, this is probably one of the darkest places we've ever been.
Right, so you're feeling it?
Yeah, it just feels pure dread. I just feel weighed down, my hackles are up. I definitely don't like it. I generally feel like we're being watched, we're also being followed. There's definitely things around us now, and I don't think they were earthbound. I think this is quite dark, what's around us.
I think it's time that I tell you, Kev, what my plan is for later for the investigation.
Right.
Obviously, I'm going to do the usual kind of stuff that we do on an investigation at that location, where I do get the tools out, try and communicate, usual kind of calling out, summing up. But later, because of the whole theme of the Satanism,
Right.
the satanic ritual side of things, the room that you've seen with all the symbols on,
Yeah.
at the end, I want to open up the portal, run a ghost hunter out through the portal, run the
Right.
ghost box,
Yeah.
and read an incantation from the Lesser Keys of Solomon.
I strongly advise you don't do that, honestly. I know we're generally making a programme, but you are definitely opening up something there that's different level. I mean, I respect you, but as a friend, as a colleague, I really advise you don't do that.
Okay.
Obviously, you can only take my advice, but just be aware.
I've been told by others as well, you know, this is not probably a good idea.
No, because they can lay dormant for years and suddenly appear
And then you can raise them.
make your life chaos. Brave man. I wouldn't do it.
A few days after we finished filming at this location, a few members of another paranormal team had noticed where we investigated and had relayed a story about a visit they previously had there. Andy Hoskin and Helen Lorenz were willing to tell their chilling story on camera.
Well, the first time we were here with friends who just wanted to show us the place because they've been here before.
Started out all right, bit heavy feeling, not too much at all. As we went in deeper, it got really heavy towards the steps in the back tunnel.
And we walked in and straight away we just didn't like the feeling in there. I personally didn't like it.
Very heavy feeling, went into the bottom tunnels.
The further you get into the tunnels, the worse it gets.
There's a lot of graffiti on the walls, some symbols. It weren't very good.
We did find decapitated birds.
Which put us on edge straight away, really.
It's just, something's just not right in there.
Very heavy atmosphere.
We did hear a bang as if a door was slamming.
And we just listened and we heard it again.
Bearing in mind that there are no doors anywhere in this location.
We actually realised it was a portal opening
All of a sudden, everything just went wrong.
and we saw a shadow.
We felt almost as if we were threatened.
Could sense bad evil, bad evil.
So right now, as usual, I am the only one in this entire fort, surrounded by satanic symbols. And tonight, I'm going to attempt to make contact with whatever is here. I will probably read an incantation from the Satanic Bible. Now, I'm not a Satanist. I just want to see what kind of reaction I can invoke, if you like, if it will invoke anything in this location where sacrifices have happened. The journey to get to this room is long and laborious. It is just one long tunnel. Don't know if you can see that. One long tunnel. There, see where my foot is a massive drop. So there's about 4 or 5 foot gap across. And then there's the tunnel all the way down. And I would say that tunnel is at least 200 meters long. I'm here with utmost respect. Just want to find out more about you, why you're here, how it is you came to be here. Is it possible that you weren't here originally and you've been brought here because of the rituals that may have taken place here? Are you bound to this area because of the symbols? If you're here with me now, please can you make yourself known? REM pod. In the hallway. Was that you? Can you do that again, please? Thank you very much. I just had the REM pod going off in the corridor, long corridor I was saying earlier. Went off initially, I said, oh, can you walk towards it again? All the lights were going off. And then I swear I saw a white figure to the right step away. It was like a light that stepped away. And as you'll see, the corridor is pitch black. There's no light. It's dark. That was loud. Is that? Is that you banging? Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read from Geisha, the Lesser Keys of Solomon, the conjuration of a spirit whilst running the Ghost Hunter app's rift box through the portal to see what we get. If you're here with me now, I'm going to attempt to read a conjuration from the Lesser Keys of Solomon, part of the Satanic rituals. Is this okay with you? Did you say, Jason, stop then? I invoke and move thee, O thou, Spirit no, and being exalted above ye in the power of the Most High, I say unto thee, obey.
For safety reasons, in order to prevent anything possibly being conjured to all the viewers of this program, we have omitted the majority of this ritual. We strongly suggest that you do not try to recreate this or read any of the passages yourself, as these practices can be extremely dangerous. I chose to do this against the advice of the crew, and the terrifying results of this will be seen later on in the investigation. Therefore be friendly, speaking the secrets of truth in voice and understanding.
You cheated.
I didn't cheat. Have you got anything to say? All the f***ing hairs on my neck are standing up right now. It has got extremely cold all of a sudden. See someone down there? If you're down there, can you walk towards me, please? Come towards me. I invoke thee. Jesus. It has got so cold. Is that the REM pod again? It's a REM pod in here. Can you walk towards me, please? Can you walk towards this device on the floor? It's glowing. Then I'll know you're in the room with me. Please, can you walk towards this device? Appreciate it. Thank you. I don't feel right. I'm feeling, it is a funny feeling. Feeling extremely cold, feeling extremely surrounded. I feel like I'm surrounded by lots of entities, I'm assuming. Doesn't feel right. There's definitely something going on down here. Oh. Is there anyone here with me now? Hello? Is that you banging? It's flashing. You down here? Hello? Following my reading of this incantation, I was stunned by the flurry of activity that occurred. The portal clearly says, "Jason, stop," and that states I cheated as I finished the passage. Moments later there is a sudden drop in temperature and both REM pods begin to light up. At this time I am drawn to the corridor and I see a black figure moving further down the tunnel. Just changed the battery on this camera and as I'm doing it the REM pod is going off down the end. Don't know if you can hear it. Just about to make it out. If that's you, can you light up all the colours please? Come on, all the colours. Could be low battery. It's pulsing like a heart rate now. And it's stopped. That's gone again. Stopped. No. Can you light all the colours up please? Stopped again. It's gone really cold again. All the hairs are standing up on my neck. I can hear banging in this room. I can hear sort of banging. If you're in this room, can you show yourself to me now? What's that noise? If you're in here, definite sound. Something moved in here. Something's moved. Has that camera moved? Camera's moved. The camera's moved. No way. In this sinister sequence, I hear a loud dragging noise from the next room over. I am soon astonished to see that it was in fact the violent movement of the tripod. You can clearly see the camera move considerably to the right and is mysteriously repositioned so that the upside down cross and the word Satan are in perfect centre shot. This has to be the best evidence I've ever captured. Is this a direct result of my earlier ritual? It's sort of banging. If you're in this room, can you show yourself to me now? What's that noise? If you're in this room, can you show yourself to me now? If you're in this room, can you show yourself to me now? If you're in this room, can you show yourself to me now? We came in REM pod activity almost immediately, setting everything up. Then run the ghost box, the portal, Ghost Under Wraps and the portal, run the ghost box rift. And that always, we got some great results with that at other locations. And so I was expecting to get some stuff through. It sounded like at one point, just when I was about to read out one of the incantations taken from the Lesser Keys of Solomon, it sounded like it said, "Jason, stop." Now, was that a warning? I don't know. Maybe I should have heeded that warning, because I read a conjuring from that book, and the atmosphere just changed, or it felt like it changed dramatically in here. The temperature dropped. I walk into that room, and in this room, the camera shifted very violently to the side. And I didn't see it, I was in the other room. I heard a dragging sound, came back in, and the camera had moved, and I've reviewed the footage and it is sinister. Whatever could be here with me is drastically raising its game. Father Freddy, thanks for having us back. Obviously it's been a couple of weeks since we've seen you last. Just to let you know, we've been down to that special location and performed an investigation there. And we were quite surprised at some of the footage, some of the activity that seemed to occur there. And I'd like to show you this footage, just to see what your take is on this. And what we've got here, we've got a camera set up in the first room, and a camera set up in the second room, and I've got a head camera on. So we're playing from here. So as you can see, this is a camera in the first room, and it's focusing on the wall here. Here's the arch, and there's the pentagram, and you can just see my shadow here because I'm in this room. And then I want you to see this and see what you think.
Wow.
And then what I do is I'll come back into shot. But as you can see, the camera has moved from looking at the pentagram, and it has flown around and focal on the camera.
Yes. That's quite unnerving.
I am the only one in the entire place.
Something is not happy with your presence there. Very powerful, that is.
From your experience, is that possibly quite one of the most extreme?
Well, yes. I mean, to see that happen, yes, very extreme. But it's obviously in an unpleasant place. There is an unpleasant atmosphere which seems to seep from the footage you're showing me. Yes, I wouldn't like to be there. You may come away with, things that sort of hang on to you. And if those who go there to perform rituals, if they knew you were there, I would think they would move heaven and earth to get at you, to stop you revealing their secrets.
My journey through this perilous dark world of the occult has left a lasting imprint on me. After the completion of filming on these episodes, I have experienced a number of aftershocks that I can only relate to my investigation at this menacing location. Yet even after all this time, I still feel drawn back to this evil place.